How you doing? Welcome back to Taekwondo Bro. Today I have a bunch of cool Kung Fu Wing-chun sparring matches here. So what's cool about these is that unlike normal, where a lot of times in Kung Fu it kind of morphs into like a weird blurred out style of kickboxing, in this one you're really going to see the techniques get thrown. So I'm starting the video now so I can watch it with you. So this round, they're starting them in the sticky hands, so kind of in like a hand trapping range. And then just check out the flow of punches they're doing. This is insane. Usually, I never see them be able to block and hit over like that fast. But what they're doing is that they're going over a hand, so if you punch, they're going to block it and then punch back over the top. If you do Kung Fu, comment down below some of these techniques. I think they're pretty interesting. And then just check out the black helmeted guy, or no, he's kind of blue. The blue helmet guy, he's taller. He's got the red gloves, and then we get the black gloves. The red gloves guy, a little bit more aggressive. Looks like he has a range advantage. And then I think he's throwing a little bit better. So they're switching again. And I just find this intriguing because they're guarding the center line, punching over the top. They're throwing elbows as well. I mean, I know this pretty quick. Now the question is, are these punches strong or are they weak because they're throwing them so quick? And some of these body shots, you can see they are moving, and it looks like they're focusing more on speed. We hit a strong head punch there, knocked Black Glove's head back a little bit. And then I don't know exactly what the rules are for why they're restarting them, if it's a certain amount of seconds or if they get away from each other. So they're going to restart them in the sticky hands again. Now this is an interesting range of fighting because we're talking about trapping range here, and they're just focusing only on that. Now the question, again, is that if there was clinching allowed, how would this change? Because I'm not sure they're allowed to clinch. They're throwing a lot of these really cool, deflecting, kind of parrying blows here, and I do find it interesting. So if you want to see the full fights, check out the description after this video. It has all the links. So this one, we have blue helmet and black helmet here fighting each other. They have visors on their helmets, so I think they can do eye strikes maybe, because it can't actually hit them. Now, you're seeing a pretty similar thing here, except the range is a bit different. They're throwing more kicks now, and then leading in with a blitz of punches. And we're seeing a couple jabs there to hold the range. So this looks a little bit more like kickboxing. We almost had a throw there from the blue helmet, but it didn't turn out right. They're restarting. So this is a little bit different than the last one. It seems like they're letting them get further away, and they're focusing less on the hand trapping. Although you will see these guys, when they come in, they will blitz forward with that same type of chain punch, moving over the top there. Now, check it. So what the black helmet guy did there is he saw an opportunity, and instead of throwing a kick, just threw himself right in there for the chain punches. It worked out okay, but if the blue helmet guy would have sidestepped there, would have left him a little bit vulnerable. So here we go, moving around again, looking for an opportunity. Now I saw a leg kick right there, and then it's interesting. It's a side kick to the leg, good way to keep distance. And the black helmet threw a front kick, and it was carried off, so he got thrown to the floor. So that's an interesting thing. Front kick, it's hard to catch, but if you do catch it, you can swoop around and knock the kicker over. So here we go, jockeying for position again, moving around, and so what was there is I think the blue guy pushed the black guy out of the ring. That's what I'm thinking happened. I mean, he was kind of in front, hard to see. So we'll do a couple more exchanges of this tournament here. This is in Russia. It's a pretty cool one. So the black clothing is Kung Fu. White clothing, I think he's in karate or something like that. Hard to tell. So you'll see that the karate guy or whatever is trying to stay a little bit farther away, has his hands kind of low. And the Kung Fu guy is throwing a couple kicks, mainly front kicks, and then will blitz in for a lot of punches. So you can see the footwork here. It's almost like a marching. They just step forward, punch, 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 moving it. And you can see he's really forcing him back. If I were the white fighter here in the white helmet, I would try moving off to the side. So right there you saw as the white pants guy turned around, he got punched a lot. So if you're doing a turning kick, make sure you have a proper setup, because you will get attacked if you try it at the wrong time. The Kung Fu guy to take down there, so they're restarting him. So here's where you're really seeing this aggression. Now my question here is that this chain punching forward, you're moving in really close. Would you get clinched up or grappled? if you're moving in that close? Or would that be okay, kind of just to blitz somebody off? So that's the thing with trapping is like some type of intermediate range, and if you're not good on the longer range and then in close range, you'll only have like a short window of being, able to attack. So you got to make sure you know what you're doing in all these ranges. So it's moving a little bit more like a kickboxing fight with this guy in the black shirt, white helmet, and then we have the Kung Fu guy in just the full black. So moving around. So right here, you see they're doing so many fakes. If you end up in this situation, what I always like to do is just throw an attack because everyone gets so busy faking each other out. It's just kind of leaving an opportunity. So they're going to start attacking each other really quickly. Now these guys, when they're throwing their techniques, ooh, roundhouse kick just fell over. When they're throwing their techniques, it's kind of like a light exchange, really fast punches going on right at the end of the punching range. So right here, moving around. So I'm not going to show all these fights, of course. And let's check this out here. So knees, dropping knees on him. So what happened was when the white pants tried to move in, the Kung Fu guy grabbed on and then started kneeing him. It's a great way to negate your opponent's ability to move out, because the white pants guy was probably going to throw a couple techniques and then move off to the side, but was prevented from doing that. So moving around again. More knees. Now, here's what happened is that the white pants guy knew where these knees were coming from, so he threw them down. So you just got to mix up what you're doing, or your opponent will adapt to it. Checking out, we have some more headshot. There's a lot of headshots going on here, and some of them are just not very strong, but some of them are pretty hard hits here. So a couple more seconds of this. Moving around, a couple more exchanges. Now you can see the Kung Fu guy is comfortable switching from left to right in southpaw. Moving around. Now they both have some high guards here, expecting a lot of head punches. It's going to leave their body open to a front kick. They have a lead kick there, and then front kick. So that's about it for these fights. What I think is pretty cool about seeing these wing-chun fights is especially if you watch fight commentary breakdowns, it shows a lot of these fights, and a lot of times the Kung Fu kind of gets mixed into a more kickboxing style, and they leave out the hand trapping. For example, if you watch a lot of Sanda fights, it's like a style. You don't really see this type. I mean, you'll still see the kicks and the punches, but you don't see that the hands moving over each other and the strikes as much as you do here. And I think it's pretty interesting to see. So if you've done Kung Fu or Wing Chun, comment down below. Let me know about some of these techniques, because I've never done it before. And I thought it was pretty interesting. So if you enjoyed the fight breakdown for all these fights, watch the full fights in the description if you want to see the entire action. If not, just drop a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.